This is Sylvia Carrizales with TejanoNation.net, and we are here with Ms. Stefani Montiel. We're here to talk to her about her latest musical release, which is Mis Favoritos Volume 2, and it's an EP of 6 songs that are timeless Tejano hits, classics you could say, but done in Stefani's style. So that's what we're going to be talking about. And first of all, just tell us, how have you been doing? Because we haven't caught up with you in a while.
I know. It's so nice to see you again. And it's so wonderful to see that you're with the Tejano Nation doing great things. And I'm very appreciative of everything that you guys do. And so thank you. Thank you for always being there for us and for covering our new projects. And we've been so busy in the studio, busy live with our shows. We have of course the Favoritas album that just came out, the volume 2, which is the Ballads. And not too long ago, we released the volume 1, which was, of course, the Viento, and it's Viento featuring Stefani Montiel. So
who is Viento?
Viento is a collective kind of project that we're working on with ARC Discos. Mr. Don Ramon Gonzalez is the mastermind behind it all, and then of course my husband Gabriel Zavala is also a co-producer on all of these albums that we'll be doing.
He's actually sitting right behind the camera. You can't see him, but Gabe's here.
He's working.
Yeah, he's working. We won't bother him. So, but yeah, so I did hear the volume 1, and like you said, that was more like, the conjunto, or kind of get down polkas, and but this one is beautiful ballads, and you didn't pick you picked some big songs to recreate, and so that was brave of you, and ambitious of you, because you didn't pick little songs. The first one, in fact, is Si Quieres Verme, Llorar, and that was made famous by Lisa Lopez, and so that's a song that a lot of people know. It's saying here that she was the first female Tejano singer to get on the Billboard Top Latin Albums chart with that song, and she also won the first female vocalist of the year and the song of the year, I think, in 1982. So you picked a biggie, and so why did you pick that song, first of all?
Well, I'm from New Mexico. Most people know that. So when I was living in New Mexico, I loved, Tejano music. I would consume anything that I could as far as Tejano music went. And when I heard this song, my mom loved this song, so she introduced me to this song, and I fell in love with it instantaneously. I mean, Lisa's voice is just so beautiful, so sweet, and just so smooth. And all of these songs that I chose are songs that I kind of took apart, and I took little pieces of each of these artists and tried to mimic what they did in their voice and in their songs and in their style. And I think that's so important with an artist, is to learn other styles. I mean, don't take that and try to be that, but take from them and learn from them. And that's really what I did as a young artist that was coming up and learning. I just tried to mimic what other artists did, and just kind of learned my own voice and found my own style within that. And so all of these songs are songs that are just very, very, important to me in my personal musical career.
Well, and you can tell, and you do have a versatile voice. I mean, you can sing, pop, Tejano, obviously, and so, we hear that, and you can just hear it in Si Quieres Verme Llorar. Obviously, it's a sad song, and we can hear the passion, in your voice, or I could hear it. So that one is, yes, you're welcome. Check it out. It's really good, and like I said, it's hard, picking songs like these that people could actually compare. Let's listen to the original. Now let's listen to Stephanie, or but you did the song justice, really, and that was really powerful. Now the second song, Casualidad, is by Ramon Ayala. That was one that I wasn't that familiar with, but can you tell us about that song?
So this song is a song that I recorded on my first album that I ever recorded.
Oh, cool.
And my family, again, loved Tejano music, although we lived in New Mexico, and we used to listen to all these different artists. And so when I heard it, it was by Joe Bravo. Okay. And that was the version that I learned and that I fell in love with. And, his vocal was just so powerful and so strong, and he just has, such a rich, sound to his voice. And so when we were looking through the songs, I had made a list several years back, because this is a project that I had wanted to do for several years now. Just hadn't had the time or just the opportunity to do that. But this was one of those songs that just always kind of hit my heart, and that I felt since I was so little. At the time, I didn't know what it meant. I was just singing, words. But now that I know what it means, it's just it makes it so much easier to put that feeling into the song. And so this one was kind of a tribute to my 9-year-old self too.
Oh, well, that's awesome hearing the backstory of that. That's cool. So the next one that is one of my favorites, or oh no, wait. I mean, this one is No Te Olvidare. So that was made famous by, of course, Grupo Más, and again another, I think it was also an award-winning song for them, that album. So another biggie that you picked. And what was it like recording No Te Olvidare?
This was an awesome song. I really wanted to keep the essence of what the song was, because it was such a huge hit in the Tejano music industry and beyond. I mean, I know they traveled to Mexico a lot, and at that time when I first came into the industry, we were doing a lot of touring with them. We were opening up for them, and so I got to hear this song night after night, and it was just, it brought back a lot of those memories and just that excitement of being part of this industry and being able to be opening up for such an iconic group. So this one was definitely one that I knew I had to record, and just because of the memories and the feelings that it took me back, the nostalgia of this song. So.
And you did really good, of course, hitting those high notes is hard. But this next one, this is the one that is one of my favorites, is Entre las Sombras, Esmeralda Jaime. So she, I guess, had a mariachi background, and that song is just, I remember that song being so beautiful, and of course you did it beautifully as well in your style. Why did you pick this song?
Because I fell in love with her voice when I first came to Texas. We were, of course, both kind of coming up at the same time. We did a lot of, meet and greets, things like that together. And I mean, her voice is just so incredible. And she's an amazing, sweet person to boot. And so that, on top of all of that, just really made me just, fall in love with this song, and just, have so much respect for her as a person and as an artist. And I love that she has that mariachi background, because it's her voice is just impeccable. I mean, you listen to the original, and it was very hard to cover this song because her vocal range and her control, and at such an early age, she was very young at the time, and just, I mean, she was an amazing artist, and I wish she would have kept going, because I know that she would have just, exploded, into other music genres and scenes and things like that. But this song has truly been probably one of my all-time favorite ballads, and for years and years I thought, if I could ever record that song again, if I had the opportunity to do it, and this kind of came up, and I knew it. I knew this was probably my first pick when we decided to do this album. Yeah, so Entre las Sombras has always been probably my absolute favorite ballad.
And it's, again, well done by you, one of my favorites. And you have that power, and I don't think people give you enough credit for, like, the power of your voice. They always say that you're sweet sounding, and you have a pop feel, but you can wail. I mean, you can sing, powerfully. So you did well on that song. That was good. And then you picked Me Estoy Enamorando from La Mafia. Again, another huge mega hit for them. I think that it was also on the Billboard Latin Song of the Year, actually. So why did you go for such a big song with this one?
This one, I've always been a Mafia fan. We were both on Sony Discos together, and actually, when I was getting signed with Sony, they flew me out to LA to go to La Mafia's CD release party that they had at Universal Studios that year. And it was so amazing just to see where Tejano music was going at that time, and where it was at that time. But they had industry executives and people from press and from the United States and Mexico all there to see La Mafia perform. And I remember hearing them perform this song, and I was just like, wow. I was floored. And Oscar just has such a unique vocal style. He doesn't have to do all kinds of runs or anything like that. He just has such a beautiful quality to his voice and his presence. It just, he doesn't have to do anything. He just does it. He just does what he does. And so that really it struck me, and I just again, like I'm taking moments of my life that really just resonated with me, and this was one of those songs, and this was one of those biggest memories for me, coming into the industry and showing me like what was possible. And so so I had to do it. Me estoy enamorando.
And I think for a lot of people, that one came out in 1994, I think, and that's going to bring back a lot of memories, I think, for people like my age and older too, because it reminded me of high school, you know, and like, you know, getting songs dedicated on the radio, you know, back when we used to do that and things like that. So that was a good one as well.
Well, you can do that now too.
Oh yeah, that's true.
If there's anyone you want to dedicate to, girl.
And then the final one is Borracho de Besos. Of course, La Fiebre made that one famous, I guess, in the Tejano scene. So again, I think that was on the Billboard charts for several weeks. So what was important to you about this song?
This one I chose because I felt that in singing the song, because it's such a huge song in our industry. I mean, to this day, you hear it at every club, every night, no matter where you go. And this song was just like, I would always kind of feel kind of funny singing Borracho de Besos. I'm like, borracha, I'm a borracha, not a borracho. So some of these, I wanted to have a woman's take on it. You know?
I like that. I love that you changed, you know, the words a little to make it a woman's perspective. I love that.
Yes, and so that was, you know, my thought process, you know, by doing this song. It was just a woman's take on this song, because, you know, us women, we have to sing songs like this as well. And
we have the same feelings too. We
do. So I just wanted to give it a little bit of a twist and sing one for the girls.
So yeah, that was awesome. And again, I mean, you went after some big songs. Is there going to be another EP coming out soon, or?
Well, we did a rancheras one.
Oh,
we did the Ballads one, and so now I'm like, okay, we have to finish it off with some cumbias.
Oh, that would be so awesome! And you're like good at cumbias. That's your thing too, cumbias.
I love cumbias. Yes, this is gonna be hard, I think, because there are so many.
So much to choose from, right?
Yes, so many cumbias that I'm like, wow, which ones are we gonna choose for this? Because that's what's been tough about this, and this is why we did, we've done 2 volumes so far, because we were gonna do just one album. It was gonna be a Favoritas album, and it was really tough. It was tough to pick all this, 10 songs where I'm like, no, there's not enough. There's so many more that I want to do, or that I want to, just remind people of these amazing songs. Because even some of these songs, people will come and be like, I've never heard this song before. And it's so strange to me. I'm like, wow, that's crazy. Entre las Sombras being one of those. And people are like, oh, I love this new song that you did. I'm like, it's not a new song.
Yeah.
It's a song that's been around forever. And it's just... we need to re-educate the people that haven't heard these songs, or maybe are just getting into Tejano, and we need to show them, that these are like, this is our foundation. There's a lot
more depth to our music. Definitely.
Right. And so I love that. I love when people, say that they're hearing it for the first time and they love it. And I'm like, okay, well, check out the original, because it's awesome. That's what made me fall in love with Tejano music. So, yes. So, Volume 3 definitely in the works.
Yes, cool.
I'm not exactly sure when, because we have my own music coming out, my own original music that we're working on. We've been very, very busy here. We launched the new tour, the Studio 24 tour. And so we've been in our disco vibes, our 70s vibes, and very retro, because I think all of it kind of goes hand in hand, being that we're doing, the Favoritas albums have been kind of a retro kind of feel. And kind of going back into the nostalgia of my, coming up in Tejano and getting my feet wet and just really learning the industry. And so that kind of just coincided with the new tour, and we kind of decided to go with that retro vibe with the tour too. So if you guys haven't checked out the new tour, haven't checked us out live, you guys got to come out. It's all disco feel and lots of fun, and we have a little, some surprises for you guys too when you come out and check us out.
And then I was just going to ask you one more question about the Mis Favoritos. Have you talked to any of the artists like La Mafia or Esmeralda, or any, gotten their feedback on how you've done on their songs? I mean, I don't know.
No, I haven't.
Do you want to? Are you afraid?
No, it's kind of nerve-wracking, because that's the thing, in doing such iconic songs, it's a lot of it's a lot of pressure. It really is, and we worked so tirelessly, on this one in particular, because I feel like the ballads are just, a ballad has to be a very, very strong, song, period, and then vocal performance on top of all of that. And people are so used to hearing the originals because they were such huge songs and such big hits in our industry. that we really had to take care and make sure that we did, our best performance. And shout out to Gabriel, because he, pretty much recorded everything. Of course, all instruments. We did have our guitar player Easy Sin come in and do some guitar work as well. But for the most part, Gabriel, just produced it start to finish, and he always nails it. He always gets it perfect, and he's a perfectionist. That's the thing. It's like, so when we're together, it's like we're here for hours and hours.
So we'll show you him later.
Come and say hi, babe.
We'll get him on camera. Pop your head in if you want to say howdy.
Yes.
We're praising you, and it's weird because your back's turned to us.
Hello, everybody.
He's working, of course.
I'm behind the console over there, but I'm here. And shout out to everybody that's supporting the new album. Stefani Montiel, Tejano Nation. You guys rock, and keep checking it out. Yeah.
Music.
He is good, though.
He is good, right?
So,
he used to be a TV show host.
That's right. He was on TV. So, but so yeah, and so you said you're working on your own music, Stefani Montiel, Tejano album. Can you tell us anything about that, or?
We are in the process right now of finishing up all of the vocals. Gabe's. We started this album back during COVID, so we've had a lot of these songs for quite some time, and we, it's been such a different time now for us. And then we didn't move forward with it because the Favoritas project kind of came up, and we thought, okay, well, now's the time to do this. So everything in its time, and I'm a big believer in just vibes and what, when something presents itself, you need to take that opportunity. And so we felt that this was the right thing to do right now. And we've, slowly, kind of like behind the scenes, been working on the Stefani Montiel album. So it's almost finished. It's just vocals need to be done. So we've been coming in late nights, and the other night we stayed till I think 6 a.m. doing vocals, and then working on some other little side projects as well. So yeah, it's like I said, we've just been so busy, and very, very grateful for being able to still be out there traveling and performing.
Yeah.
Last year we celebrated our 30th year in the industry.
Wow, congratulations. That's an honor.
So it's been amazing. It's been an amazing ride, and I just feel like everything happens when it's supposed to, and it's kind of come full circle. Being that I, when I came into the industry, these songs were hitting at that time. And so I was like, okay, it's time to do this Favoritas album. But we're going to, also be on the lowdown working on the Stefani Montiel music. So we have a single coming out probably within another single coming out within the next couple of weeks. Cool. And then we have a Stefani Montiel single coming out after that as well.
Cool. And I guess, where can fans go? Where are you most active? Like Instagram, Facebook, TikTok? I don't know if you do TikTok, but
I'm not very good at TikTok.
I figured you would be, because you can dance and you can do all that.
It takes too much time to get ready and put makeup on and hair extensions and all that stuff. So I mean, like, I do a little bit of TikTok stuff, but not much. I'm mostly on Instagram, Facebook, and of course Snapchat, like all that stuff. Like I like to keep up with my fans there, so I do a lot of interaction. As far as when people message me, I try to do my best to always interact and comment back or message back, and it means a lot to me that people reach out, and especially like with this new project, I've been getting so much just great feedback.
This one, the Favoritas Volume 2.
Yes, and it's so scary sometimes to release something like this, because I don't know anyone that's ever really done that. Done so many hit songs. And it's a scary thing, because like I said, people are so used to hearing the original that you better do it justice.
There's like the automatic notion to just compare it.
Right.
This is La Mafia's now. You want to compare it in your head.
Yes.
But you do make the songs your own. Like they say, and but you do, while staying true to the original. I think
absolutely
vibe. So
yes,
I think people should check it out. And I guess for social media, do they just look under Stefani Montiel, or is there like a certain?
Yes, Stefani Montiel, Stefani. Montiel is Montiel, and you can go to my website, stefanimontiel.com. That'll give you like all my dates, the latest that's going on with us, where we're gonna be, what we're doing, links to my YouTube. Please follow me on YouTube. I'm trying to grow my YouTube account and my followers there. So yes, please, we would appreciate that. Of course, you can listen to all my stuff on Spotify, Apple Music, all digital media platforms. We would appreciate you guys giving us a follow, a like, and spread the news. Let everybody know what we're doing. We do this for you guys out there because without you guys, there is no us. We wouldn't be able to do this without every single one of you out there that supports us, that goes out to our shows, that interacts with us on social media. Even if we don't get to see you guys, I get people from all over the world sending messages, and it's just so amazing that Tejano music reaches so far away. And again, I'm so just grateful to be here after 30 plus years in the industry. That's awesome. It's been amazing, and no signs of stopping yet. Girl, yeah. We're just getting started.
Awesome. Okay, and just lastly, do you want to say anything to Tejano Nation viewers or anyone?
Absolutely. Tejano Nation, I love you guys so much. And to everyone out there that follows Tejano Nation, these men and women, they work so hard for y'all out there to bring you the latest and greatest and what's going on. And John Henry, we've, supported you since day one. We love what you do. And it's so amazing to see you growing and growing and growing and seeing so many wonderful people come on board with you. Maria Elena, we have so many wonderful people that are part of this, and we just want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you for always supporting. Thank you for always showcasing what we do, and not just us, every single artist, because I love reading and watching.
Even you read it.
You do amazing, and the interviews are so entertaining and so fun. And I just want to applaud you guys and say continued success, keep going, and we're always here to support you as well. We love you guys.
Thank you for your time.